tell us just a little bit about what happened with your traumatic brain injury and what you were experiencing immediately after, and then what you are currently still experiencing, what deficits you have now?
Sure. So in September of 2017, I was at a brewery having a beer with friends, and my area closed all the way suddenly and rapidly. So when the ambulance got to me, I had no pulse and I was blue, and so they had to revive me. They couldn't intubate me because the swelling was so bad. So I was on a vent for 2 days or 1.5 days, and then I came off the vent on this I never lost cognition really, but I was in a kind of a post-anesthesia fog, so I wasn't really retaining what happened, so I kept asking over and over again. And I woke up and I couldn't see good, but I couldn't put that into words. And then I could talk fine and walk fine. So I went to rehab to get better. And then 6 days afterwards, I woke up at 4 in the morning. My tongue was twitching uncontrollably, and I didn't know why, and I couldn't talk and I couldn't see. My hands were curled into fists like this. So I had to yell for my husband, but I couldn't talk. So he came to me. They did an MRI of my brain. They thought I had a stroke, but then they saw symmetrical effects on the cerebellum. So they concluded that it was a seizure. So at that time, I couldn't hold my head up, I couldn't stand, I couldn't walk, I couldn't talk, and I couldn't use my hands at all. So I kind of felt locked in. So I kind of recovered somewhat in the hospital. I was inpatient for 53 days, and about the time I left, I could walk without a walker, but still somewhat unstable. My speech was better, but as you can tell, it's still slow. I have ataxic dysarthria, and I have neuropathy in my hands, so my fingertips are numb, or numbish. They're not all the way numb, but they're like as if someone put saran wrap on my fingertips, and then this forearm, my right forearm, is still kind of numb, and this one is better now. The left one is better. I still have vision deficits. It's back to where it was when I first came off the vent, but for a while it got really bad. Like a dense fog, I guess. So all I could see was outlines and lights and shadows. The first time they tested my vision, I was 2,800. 2,800? It's 2,800. All I could see was the big E on top of the chart. At this length, or this distance, the handhold or pocket size eye charts. So then that has been getting better. So the last time I got measured in August of last year, I was 2152, I think. So a lot better, but still not good enough to drive or read. 2152? Yes, okay. 20 over 152. So no longer considered legally blind, but I have central vision loss, and so from cortical visual impairment. So the eyes are fine, but they can see. The optic nerve is fine, so it's the damage in the occipital lobe. And then there's also damage in the mammillary bodies and the brainstem. So I'm not sure what the vision deficit is coming from, if it's both or the one. But my vision is, the central part is really blurred, so I see no detail when I look at faces. I see no eyes, nose, or mouth. I can see the outline of you from here, but I have to use peripheral vision to see most detail. So to see your face, I have to look about your right shoulder. So below and to the left of whatever I'm looking at, I see the most detail. But I have the whole visual field. I have some blind spots that are minor, but nothing major. Everything I see is grainy, like I have a thick veil on, and then it's kind of wavy, like when you open your eyes in a pool. Then the middle part, this blur is kind of bouncy and flashy, and then I see like also flashing circles, like bubbles. I think of them like effervescence on a glass of champagne, the bubbles on a glass of champagne. They'll move and come and go. So my vision is really busy, and I can't believe I can walk without falling because it does make you kind of dizzy.
Sure.
And I have some coordination issues remaining. My hands feel like they're in tar, so I can do anything quick, moving like shaking a salt shaker, can do that, or tapping the toothbrush on the side of the sink, or even clapping. I can't clap quickly. So everything like
Can you
that.
try to clap right now? So we would see.
But as I can go.
As fast as you can go. Okay.
Yeah, and this is a lot better than it was too. But like shaking the salt shaker, I can't do that. How to get the kind of crank. So their fingers, typing is a struggle. I can do it and I remember where the keys are, but I just don't move quickly. Everything is just sluggish in the hands.
And what about your balance? With
Balance is a lot better
getting
than it
clothes
was.
on, getting your shoes on.
Oh,
or your
I
pants.
can't. I have a hard time standing on one foot to dress. So I sit down most of the time or hold on to the wall to put slippers on. Because if I pick up one foot to put a shoe on or sock, I tip over. It's like I can't push off the right amount without pushing too hard to tip over. And then also, when I walk sometimes I stop, my feet stop, but my upper half keeps going, so I kind of almost fall forward. So luckily the proprioception of my ankles is intact, so I can feel it, myself tipping forward, and I can see enough to know that something's still moving when it should be. So there's a lot better than it was, but it's still challenging, and I have to pay a lot of attention to every movement I make, because it's still uncoordinated some. I can't really run, not that I want to run on purpose, but I got to where I could run, but the top half of me was go faster than the bottom half of me, so I kind of lean, and then I'm afraid to fall.
Yeah, sure.
So I don't run, really. The vision has had the biggest impact on my life. Yeah, because I can't drive anymore or read. It's a big thing. It makes me dependent on other people. What else do you want to know?
I think that's really comprehensive.
I never lost cognition, which is good.
That's good.
And I'm a nurse by background, so I have I think a better understanding of what's happening than the average person, which can be a blessing and a curse at the same time, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much.
Sure. Thank you.